Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me for this video. Today I just want to talk a little bit about the 2016 Oscar nominations. I am a big fan of film and I am a big fan of the Oscars. Some years I like what they do better than others, and I have to say this year that overall I'm pretty pleased. I can't remember so many things that I wanted to happen that actually did happen as this year in quite a few years. It's been quite a while since I was this happy. Now, going through the nominations after watching them this morning, I'm sure there are some people who will not be happy about certain things that happen, and I will get into that as I go through this. I'm not going to get into detail in every category. I will be making some separate videos on each category. There's still a few films I need to see, and I need to do a little more research on a couple things, but this will just be my overall thoughts on the positive and negative side. So I'll just start by quickly going through the 8 films that were nominated for Best Picture, which are The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, and Spotlight. This looks like a good list. I've actually seen 6 out of these 8 films. I have not seen Brooklyn or Room yet. I would like to see Room, but it just has not been in a theater near me yet, and I hope it's coming soon. I'm not really sure what the holdup is there. As far as the films I've seen, The Big Short was probably in my top 3 films that I've seen this year. I'm very happy that's there. Bridge of Spies I felt was a little overrated. It was very good but not great, but I'm overall okay with it here. Mad Max Fury Road was my favorite film of the year, and I'll talk a little bit more about that one. The Martian was an excellent film, probably in my top 10, so that was a good film. The Revenant I thought was a little over long in places, but it is certainly a technical achievement, so I'm not going to be upset about it being here. And as far as Spotlight goes, I thought it was an excellent film with excellent dialogue. So no real big complaints here. I really could have done without Bridge of Spies, but I know a lot of people love that film. So, that's how it is. Now, one thing I do want to mention that I know is probably going to upset a lot of people is that Star Wars The Force Awakens, although getting some tech nominations, actually didn't do that poorly overall, but it did not get in as a Best Picture nominee. I could go either way with this. I actually thought it was a very good, entertaining film. I did not think it was a great film. I personally probably would not have nominated it in my lineup, but because of how culturally significant it is, and how many people really love it, and how much money it made, if it would have gotten a nomination, I wouldn't have been upset. I would have been able to justify it and said that's okay. Sometimes, I personally feel it's about nominating the best films, but I understand sometimes if something is going to be remembered or make an impact in the years to come, which this film probably will, I'm okay with it getting in. So I could have gone either way with it, but overall, I'm not upset about it, but I can understand where some people would be. A couple other things that were questionable, and I didn't think there were many, but I'm a little bit surprised the song from Furious 7, See You Again, wasn't nominated, although the song category is often strange. I'm actually not familiar with all the songs that did get in, so until I listen to them all, I can't really say for sure that it should have, but I think the Spectre song got in, and that thing is just, I don't care for it. I'll just say that. Although The Martian was nominated for Best Picture and Best Actor, which is good, Ridley Scott missing for Best Director was a little strange. I think the surprise was the Room director Lenny Abrahamson, I hope I'm saying that correctly, getting in. And I haven't seen Room yet, so I can't really say if it was deserved or not. But Ridley Scott not getting in seems a little bit odd, especially since Tom McCarthy got in for Spotlight. And although I liked the film, I didn't feel it was a great directing achievement, but that's just me. And I'm very glad Alicia Vikander was nominated for The Danish Girl. I thought that movie was questionable in places, but I thought her and Eddie Redmayne's acting was great. But my problem with her being nominated is that she was a lead actress in that film. There's no way she was a supporting actress, and I think it's ridiculous they put her in that category. But if it means she got a nomination, then if that's the only way she was going to get in, I guess I'll live with it. I just think that that's a bit strange. Now on to the good things, which there were a lot of. The Revenant led with 12 nominations, and although it was not my favorite film, from a technical level, I can't argue it was a great achievement, just the story behind that film. And I'm really glad that Tom Hardy was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, because I actually think I might have preferred his performance even to Leonardo DiCaprio. So I know that's, that'll shock a lot of people, but I really thought Tom Hardy deserved it, so I'm happy about that. Mad Max had 10 nominations, and it was my favorite film of the year. And again, everybody has their own opinion. I thought it was a great technical achievement. I think it deserves everything it got here. A little disappointed it didn't get a score nomination, but you can't have everything. But George Miller getting nominated was great. I was really afraid they weren't going to nominate this movie for Best Picture and Best Director because it's pretty much a pure action movie. And I'm actually not usually a pure action movie person. I enjoy them as entertainment, but I don't think I've ever called one my best film of the year before until now. I can't remember ever doing that, but I just thought this film had me from beginning to end. I think it was the only film that really engrossed me from beginning to end this year where I was just glued to the screen, and I'm really glad it got 10 nominations. And I'm really glad the Academy recognized George Miller because I really felt like he was deserving. A couple other acting nominations I'm really happy about. Jennifer Jason Leigh has been one of my favorite actresses, and in my opinion, one of the most underrated actresses for years and years and years. I've loved her since I saw her in Fast Times at Ridgemont High years ago, and I'm very happy that she was nominated for The Hateful Eight, as I thought hers was the best performance in a very strong ensemble of performances. I know some people preferred Walton Goggins or Samuel L. Jackson, and they were really good, but I thought Leigh was really a standout and kind of a tricky role and kind of a brave role for her to take, in my opinion. You don't see a lot of female characters portrayed that way anymore, and I'm glad that she got the nomination. The other one I'm really, really happy about is Bryan Cranston in Trumbo. I thought Trumbo was a very good film, maybe a little bit underrated, and I thought his acting from beginning to end was really good. Actually, for my money, I could justify him winning. I might vote for him, but I don't have a vote, so I won't be voting for him. But I loved Cranston in Trumbo, and I'm glad that he made it on this list. Another thing I would like to mention is Sylvester Stallone's nomination in Creed. I know a lot of people are very happy about that, and I can understand that. I personally thought his performance was very, very good. I didn't quite think it was great, but again, because of the cultural impact that Stallone and the character have had on cinema, I'm fine with this nomination. It's nice for him to be recognized by the Academy this way. So, overall, I was pretty pleased with the nominees, I have to say. Not a lot of big complaints, just a few small things. And unless they let me fill out the ballot by myself, you'll never get 100% what you want. So I'm satisfied overall. Let me know if you'd like in the comments what you thought were the best and worst nominations. And as always, thank you very much for watching.